What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Double Coverage. I hope you're still living, loving, and breathing sport. I'm Dom with the Great Man Sauce. What's happening, mate? Another week.
And what an opening round it was, Domo. It was an absolute belter, you could say. The opening round should definitely stay next year. I'm taking the piss, Domo. It's an absolute farce. It's a joke.
Well, it was unfortunate that the hurricane came through and
yeah, I understand. But what's this splitting the round? Just start from round one. Play a game in each state, guarantee a game at least in each state that's played. You might even, for opening round, you might even tuck one up there in Darwin. I don't bloody know. Put one in a weird spot for the opening round. Do something. But
opening round, there should be a game in every state. That's it.
Yes, I agree. Right? Push to have a game in every state.
You've got seven states. You've got 7 states. You play a game there. You'll have 2 left over. Victoria, home of football, they get maybe 2. Maybe you give Sydney or Brisbane another one. That's it, done.
Yeah,
Once they get multiple.
What are you going to do when the Tassie Devils come in? You're going to have to play a game down there. Then you're going to open up that, so you might as well start getting them used to it down there in Tasmania. Throw a game down there, North Melbourne, Hawthorn, or something like that. So, look, Dom, it's a complete joke. It's literally ruined the start of the football season, I feel like. There's so much anticipation to the start of the season, and it was just underwhelming.
Apologies, it's 6 states, not 7 states. I counted incorrectly. 6 states. Sorry, my bad. But in saying that, if that's the case, 6 states, you can give Queensland whatever. Well, you probably give Perth 2 games, to be honest. Adelaide 2 games, and I don't know. Victoria 2 games, and then the other 3 games you go to Queensland and Sydney, and who have I missed? I've missed someone.
Perth,
Adelaide, Sydney,
Victoria, Melbourne,
Northern Territory. Sorry,
NT. Yes, I said up and Darwin. Give them a game.
So anyway, we'll work it out.
Hello, lads in the chat, Vinny and Kevin. Good to see you in.
What's his name's got to work it out, to be honest.
Yeah, look, it was terrible, but we'll start there because we'll get it over and done with because there wasn't really a hell of a lot to talk about, Doma, with only 2 games. But we had the first game was Sydney versus Hawthorn. I will say I was able to watch a lot of this game. I wasn't able to watch much of the Collingwood game. But commenting on that, I mean, the ebbs and flows in that game. Hawthorn were up, Sydney came back, and we're so used to Sydney coming back and running over the top of teams. And maybe there's, that's from round one. We're getting that type of maturity from Hawthorn and that team. Maybe, us scoffing at them potentially being flag contenders this year, Doma, is, when we done our bit of preview when they were third favorite at 850 or something like that, maybe we've been put back into our place in round one, after opening round, because the sign of a good side, Doma, is obviously a team that, can be challenged within a game and change the momentum to then, they get challenged, they're in front, they get challenged, Sydney come back, and they could have overran them in that third quarter and then got to a lead, or it ends up being a seesawing game and maybe they lose a close one. But what they did was they put their foot down and they didn't allow Sydney. Sydney got back within, I think, 2 points or within a goal, and then they just kicked away again, put a couple, bang, bang, stringed a couple together, got out to another 3 to 4 goal lead, and then they were just able to keep that cushion and close it out pretty convincingly in the end.
They've recruited well with Barras and Battle, that's for sure.
They've got that old style bit of, when Clarkson was there, they controlled the ball at times, but when they had to go fast, they went fast. And then in the midfield, they had, guys that could win the ball in the midfield. You got Sicily, who did nothing in defense, and then they put him down forward, and he was making a contest of everything.
They're using him as a utility now. It doesn't have to be, because they got Barras, Frost, and Battle down back as key defenders. Fuck, it's a pretty good back line.
Yeah. So
pretty good. So the Hawks are looking pretty good.
Hockball, Jono says.
Well, they ran over the Swans in Sydney, and I think last week I might have mentioned that I wasn't too high on Sydney. I didn't think they would be too great. I was actually talking with someone this week, and I said, I'm not too keen on the Swans. I just don't know. I don't know. So, not good losing their first game by 20 to the Hawks, that's for sure, after having a lead for a fair while in the game. And then the second game, which was a shocker by the Pies, who I've picked to win the flag and source to play in the grand final. Oh, no, you didn't pick them to make the granny. You had Brisbane GWS. But I've picked the Pies to win the flag, and looked terrible. They looked terrible. Terrible.
I'm liking my tip at GWS early days. I don't know if that was my final tip in the end.
Oh, they've got a few injuries. You got to remember with GWS, mate. No, Tom Green didn't play that game.
Correct.
And they've got a handful of players.
Jesse Hogan, they're Coleman medal forward.
They've also got another host of players that are currently suspended for their Mad Monday antics as well. So they're missing like 5 or 6 guys.
There you go. Just telling you, watch out for GWS. Watch out for GWS. Might be my opportunity to go watch a grand final because they don't have many supporters. I was nearly thinking about. Thinking about getting a membership just so I can go to the granny. It'd be so good to be there against Collingwood and watch them defeat the Pies. It'd be great.
I don't think the Pies. Like I said, the
bit of controversy because they're giving it to obviously some of the players there, and they're obviously prolonged off season and not maybe coming back because to training early enough because they were cramping. Everyone was cramping. Yeah, all the players were cramping. The Collingwood players were all cramping. The GWS players were fine.
Everyone was bloody giving it to Dacos, rightly so, and his preparation and the defending of these players going, the timing and, it's round one. And yeah, but it's round one. It's acceptable. I'll accept you getting cramps in the last 15 minutes in the fourth quarter, not after half time.
Yeah.
And all of them talking about this prep and, they've gone over to Sydney and it's 28 degrees. Fuck, last time I checked, it's been almost 30 plus degrees every day, the whole summer in Melbourne. So I don't know what the excuse is for these football clubs. The weather here has been unbelievable. And when it hasn't been 30 degrees, it's still been 25, 26.
Yeah, true.
You can't use that as an excuse. That's a piss weak excuse.
You cannot. I agree with you.
It's been the hottest summer we've probably had in 10 years, and you're talking about...
Using that as 28 degrees in Sydney.
You're talking about getting fucking heat stroke in 19-degree weather. It's terrible. It's so bad. And the other thing too, obviously, one of the biggest talking points, and I'm not going to put blame on Nick Dacos for this, and it's no way me defending him. Him personally cramping and all these other guys is just poor preparation. You're an elite athlete. Of course, I can talk like people say you can talk, Dom. You're not an elite athlete. Yeah, I understand that. But like I just said about 2 minutes ago, I'll give you concession in round one to cramp in the last 10, 15 minutes because it's round one and then you ease in. You see it every year. But like I said, you don't see it straight after half time. Your team just capitulating. Now, onto the cramps and onto Nick Dacos, and it's not his fault, ladies and gentlemen. So don't blame Nick Dacos. The umpires stopped the game for a guy that had cramp. That if that is not honestly a showing of where the direction of the AFL is going, like I don't know what is. You had Kieran Briggs get absolutely poleaxed, and every right the game had to be stopped. He had to go to hospital in literally the first 10 minutes. And then you had a guy who had cramp, and you stopped the game. People do hamstrings and they don't stop the game. What's happening?
Terrible read by the umpire. Terrible read.
It's just, but do you see how it looks bad on Nick Dacos? It makes him look like this. Everyone says he's a protected species, and then you're stopping a game for him, and it looks even worse.
It's pretty funny. It's funny. It's funny to watch everyone go off on social media. It's pretty funny. I will say that.
It is funny, but anyway, that was. I can't even call it round one. That's O round.
O round. All right, Dom. On to round one. Let's give you our tips and
let's go to round one tips. Where's my pen? Round one tips.
Scoot off. Hang on, we tipped last week, didn't we? We tipped last week.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. We did our predictions last week. Richmond, Carlton. Okay.
Carlton.
I'm tipping Richmond.
You're an idiot. I don't know what they're honestly going to get beaten by 45 plus points.
I don't think so. Hawthorn, Essendon.
Hawks.
I'm going Hawks as well. Geelong, Fremantle.
Geelong.
Fremantle. They've got a good record. They can beat them there. They've done it in the past. And they'll do it again. I reckon the Cats are shit. Just because they got Bailey Smith.
I don't believe in the Cats.
No. Swans, Lions at the SCG.
It's a good matchup. I'm going to go Brisbane.
I'm also going to go Lions. Dogs, North, Marvel.
Now, Doma. Now, look, if there was ever a time that you were going to beat the Dogs
this week,
it has to be time. I think, and I will just say this and gamble responsibly, North a tremendous value at $3 something. I don't know how how they're $3.21 and how the Dogs are $1.37 or whatever the hell they are, $1.35, something like that.
Yeah,
looked at it before. Gamble responsibly, as we say once again. So maybe it's a line bet. Maybe you take the ruse at the line. Bont out. Who else they got out? They got
Treloar out.
Dramara coming in underdone. Waitman out.
Bailey Dale's a maybe.
Bailey Dale could potentially be out. If there was ever a time, they've lost some senior players. They're going to have to bring in some fresh players into the lineup.
They put Matt Kennedy in there that they got from Carlton in the offseason. He'll fucking just dominate. He'll have like 35. Typical. Does nothing at the Blues. He'll go into the midfield just because he's playing North. He'll have the greatest game of his career.
Look, I can't pick North. But I think you guys can win. But I'm still going to tip the Dogs until North proves me that they put it together.
I'm going to tip us.
I think you can win. I actually think the bookmakers have this far, too far apart in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm tipping.
Vinny says Roos win by 50. LDU resigns. I wish.
LDU's going to have 50.
I'll tell you a little story. About LDU. And
stories.
Oh no, it's a funny one. We went down to the North Melbourne. So look, I'm not sure if people don't know. I go to some North Melbourne games.
I know this story.
I go to some North Melbourne games, and a friend of mine, and he asked me, "Oh, do you want to come down to the watch a simulation match?" And it was the family day, right? So. Coincidentally, the poor bloke had a car accident. He didn't have a car. I said, you know what? I'm not doing anything. No worries. I'll take you down there. Let's go. Rocked up there, watched the sim match and that. And then they had put a rope out, and then the players were going around, and it was like a big, massive square, and everyone had their whatever they wanted to get signed. And LDU comes around, had a card of LDU. So I had a few cards there for my mate, and I got them signed. I've actually got them here. I put them in sleeves and everything for him because I didn't have enough sleeves at the time. And we got LDU's there. He's signing the card. And I said to him, my mate goes, I'm not letting you leave. You got to sign the contract. And then I said, I chimed in from behind. I said, yeah, mate, you better sign the contract or else my mate will get his cousins from the North onto you. Right? Because, I just said it as a joke, and he stopped signing the card, and he looked up at me like that. I said, no, mate, I'm just joking, buddy. I'm just joking. It was pretty funny, but
LD, you better sign, or else you're going to get Magda down there. He's going to come and attack you.
I did my part, Roo fans. I did my part. I'm not even a Roo supporter, and I want him to re-sign because it'll be good for the club. You need stability, if you're going to build anything under Clarkson. So you obviously need him to sign. But yeah, it all depends on how the Roos do this year. If the Roos don't show progress, I don't think LDU signs. If they show progress, he signs.
LD concrete boots.
LD concrete boots, mate. Bottom of the Yarra.
Magda will come down and hug LDU. He says, "I love him." Yeah, you'll hug him and then whisper in his ear, "You better sign the contract, buddy." That's what you're gonna say.
Oh, Magda, you should have been down there, mate. I got heaps of autographs. Got Griffin Lowe, got Chom, Big Chom, Griffin Lowe.
Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just being
Big
an
Chom.
idiot. I don't even know
Big
who half
Chommer.
these guys are. Who are these guys?
Who else? Eddie Ford. Hey, Eddie Ford's big. I'm telling you, he's put on
Curtis
side.
Taylor.
Eddie Ford. Nah, he was gone. He's gone.
He's delisted. Oh, sorry.
The best thing I did to my mate, though, this was funny because I gave him a few cards. I said, have a look at the cards I got you. We'll get him signed. I stuck a little couple of Jason Horn-Francis cards in there because he hates Jason Horn-Francis, like every North Melbourne supporter. So I stuck a couple of Jason Horn-Francis cards in there, and he's got him. He goes, what's this? And he grabs it, and he crunched it up. He threw it on the ground. He stamped on it, and I was pissing myself. I'm telling you, I was in hysterics. Man.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, it was so good.
Oh, he's so passionate too. I can see him doing it. It's funny. I'll be at the next North Melbourne training open day, says Magda. I'll try and get down there too. I'll bring my little boy. If Luke McDonald plays many games, doesn't play many games, we will be good. Anyway, let's get to the next one. Pies versus Port at the G. This is tough.
It's tough.
I'm going Pies as well.
The Pies have to have a lot of improvement. I think DeGoey might be back this week. I think he was only missing maybe the 1 week. I think
still missing Houston from his ban as well. So like when he comes back, they'll be all right. I'm not worried about Pies. Crows versus Saints in Adelaide.
Crows.
They could win this game by 50 points. I don't think people realise how bad St Kilda are. They could prove me wrong. I could look like an absolute fool, but their list sucks. Melbourne versus Giants at the G.
Giants.
That's a good game. I'm going
Melbourne's going to have 65 inside 50s and struggle to kick goals.
Yeah. And West Coast versus Gold Coast at Optus. I was talking to someone that was, they reckon that Gold Coast could make top 4, was their prediction, which is not they recruited pretty well, and they reckon that they could be playing potentially in the grand final this year.
Jeez, that's a big call.
Big call. They'd effectively have to go from 12th or 10th last year to a premiership.
I'm going to back Gold Coast in. I'm going to pick Gold Coast because if they are to prove that they are a serious side, they need to start winning away from home, Doma. You know that because that's where they've struggled. Very good at home, terrible away from home.
First full year now, Dimmer, because remember, he left last year. Yeah? Yeah,
First full year last year.
First full year.
Yeah. Second full year this year.
Yeah. You watch. It is going to be 2017 Premiership Richmond type football. Because he's got the personnel to play that type of football.
They've got the players. They've got a good side.
It is going to be run and carry, high pressure football. All those guys can run. He's got good inside mids in Anderson and Rao. He's got a great ruckman in Witts. He's picked up Daniel Rioli off half back to move the ball.
Yep.
They're going to be freaking good.
Yep. Got our boy Flanders there as well, picking up 35 touches a game.
Ned Flanders. He's the Neddy Flanders. Yeah, I reckon they could be good. Grand final, I don't know. Top 4 could be a possibility if it all works. So we'll wait and see. Anyway, there are our tips. Let's get to the. That's enough on the AFL. Cold pies, they're done. They could be cooked. All our predictions could be finished just after opening round. Not even round 1. Opening round.
GWS. I've got GWS to win the flag.
That's true. Roos 8 to 10 wins, says Magda. Jeez. Fuck.
Magda, I think you need to get that closer down to 6 to 8.
I tipped the Roos, Magda. I did tip the Roos. I tipped them. I'm going to be sitting there Saturday night watching that game with my son.
I'll be going to the game, Doma.
Are you going to be there?
I'll be there, live, in the flesh.
I had tickets to go there, but I don't know how well it goes for your marriage when you go to Carlton Richmond on a Thursday, and then Saturday you potentially have a practice game for soccer, and then you get home and you go straight to the footy, and you just spend zero time with your family. So
balance,
everything in moderation, as they say. So,
yeah, as they say.
Anyway, let's get to the results for the EPL this week, because if there wasn't a nail in the coffin for Arsenal, it sure as hell was handed to you by Bruno Fernandes and the rabble that is Man United. So West Ham lose to Newcastle 1-0. Chelsea beat Leicester 1-0. Tottenham and Bournemouth 2-2 draw. Wolves and Everton 1-1. Brentford lose to Aston Villa 1-0. Brighton over Fulham 2-1. Palace over Ipswich 1-0. Liverpool defeat Southampton 3-1. And Nottingham defeat Man City 1-0. And of course, the big game, United versus Arsenal. Just a lazy 1-1 draw.
Didn't watch it. Didn't get up. Didn't watch the highlights. I've given up on the Premier League season. We're going to finish top 4 and be Champions League next year. The season's done. I mean, Liverpool's 15 points in front. It was over. I called it was over, that game where I think Everton drew with them 2-2 Liverpool, and we had the opportunity to get it back to 5 points, and then it may have been on, but it's gone now. So it's all about Champions League. It's all about not
correct.
Getting injuries and getting fit, getting our guys back, and hopefully Saka can get up for Champions League. And I mean, we've won our next leg. We beat PSV 6-1 or something like that in the first leg.
That was cool.
So, and that was away from home. So they're going to come back home. You rest your players. Who cares? Even if you lose that game 3-1, you still win the tie.
Yeah,
doesn't really matter. So yeah, look, it's all about Champions League. Well done, Liverpool. You've won the title. Like I mentioned in the last 2 shows, that it was already done. But yeah, look,
it's over.
What can I say? It's over, mate. And yeah, it's all irrelevant to me. Like, I actually, now the title race is over, I'm not staying up to watch at stupid hours to watch games. I'm not getting up to watch games. If we were in the title race, by all means, I'd be watching every game live. But you got to call it at a point where your sleep is more important than following your team who's failed you another year, really. So, what can I say? We'll be back again next year, Doma.
Do it all again.
And are you doing? Is it triple or nothing, or
no? Why not? We might not have a club.
What's going on with Man United, Doma?
I'll just run through the games, and it ends on our game anyway, which I'm going to predict us losing to Leicester. But the games are Everton, West Ham, Ipswich, Nottingham, City, Brighton, Southampton, Wolves, Bournemouth, Brentford, Arsenal, Chelsea, Fulham, Tottenham, and Leicester, Man United. We're probably not going to win that game, mind you. We're a shambles. So Gary Neville, you know how I said on this show for probably a year that when Ratcliffe bought in to the stake at Man United, I believed every word that he said, and I had the utmost confidence he was going to do what he said. So Gary Neville interviews Ratcliffe last night, and obviously clips going crazy at the moment. And so just to give you a bit of an insight, there were 600 staff working at United. That got upped to 1,200 staff. They doubled the staff. So obviously it's double the money. The spending's being freaking cooked. Apparently in 2018, we were $350 million clear in profit. And now we're $1 billion in debt. Yes, you heard that right. 350 million pounds in profit. And we're almost at $1 billion in debt. And when Ratcliffe bought in for £300 million, all that money went to the deficit. All right. On top of that, Source, the cost-cutting schemes that they've put in place, not paying ex-players that are on the advisory committee, which I find be stupid. How about you just don't go buy Anthony for $1 gazillion? That would make more sense to me. But they stopped. So United staff used to get their food paid for by the club. So you go like in the buffet section. They cost cut all the food for all the staff in the whole place. And Gary Neville's like, that hasn't happened ever since I was playing there. He's like, you've lost the unity in the club and the culture. And to put insult to injury, Source, they announced this morning $100 million stadium build. It was $100 million? A brand new stadium. I'm thinking to myself, in that interview, he said, if we don't cost cut by Christmas, we'll have zero money. We'll be bankrupt as a club. And he's announced building this stadium. Where the hell is the money? I don't know what's going
on. Where's this 180 spin turnaround?
Well, Gary Neville made a good point. He said on what's the show he does with Ian Wright?
Man U players lining up at food bank for lunches.
He reckons that the Glazers are using it as a Ponzi scheme, and just they've scammed the whole fan base. They're just spending money like water. Since they've taken over, they've literally run it into the ground. Oh, I don't know. We're in a lot of trouble. Like a lot of trouble as a football club. Like a lot.
You need a Saudi buyout. You need a Saudi buyout.
He's sitting there waiting. He'll be able to end the debt on day one. He'll pay out the $1 billion himself. We'll be debt free. He'll be able to build the stuff, and we'll probably just run the club like Man City. Just breach the cap, financial fair play. Who gives a shit? We'll just breach everything, not get caught, be elite. We'll win some Champions Leagues. Go back to the United of old. But the Saudi Prince, he came out again because he saw how bad it's been since the takeover. Saudi Prince's CR7.
Word on the street is Ronaldo might buy a team, and he wants to buy a team in Spain.
Apparently, Valencia. Valencia or Villarreal?
That's the one. Yeah, no, Valencia.
He just wants to do it so he can go back and play. Try and make Champions League.
Penalty. Sub. Ronaldo takes it. Extra goal in Champions League.
You'd be the best. I don't know. We're a shambles. I can do triplet 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 10 times, 20 times our bet. And I could do 30 times Source, and that'll be in another 27 years, and I'll be almost 60 years old. And you and Manny would have literally 50 tops I'd have to buy between the two of you. That's how bad the club is. And then I'll be bankrupt because I've got to buy fucking 50 tops. So I'm gonna pay out the bet because I don't want to put myself in financial ruin like the fucking club. I'm not stupid enough to make decisions like them. So you'll get your 2 tops.
Cage says on IG that Wrexham's worth more than Man United these days.
Hey, Wrexham will probably beat us. CR7 should buy Messi's team and then sack him. No. Doma, do a payout. I'm paying it out, mate. It's done. Saucy, or he'll send me 2 tops he wants. Manny can send me 2 tops.
I'm getting a top and a shorts. I'm getting some vintage shorts.
Just get 2 kits.
Yeah. Oh, I can get the kit. That's a good point.
Get 2 kits, man. We get full DH. You get DH kit. It's going to cost me $35 a top, mate. Relax.
DH special.
I'm not buying $180 kits. Like, relax.
Come on, guys.
Mate, the quality is better from DHgate anyway. So, anyway, we're a shambles.
Hey, gents, if you're listening to that and you haven't been on DHgate, just be careful because not saying be careful. I'm saying be careful because you'll spend a lot of money on there because you can get anything you can think of.
But also be careful with your buyer.
No, also be careful with your buyer.
Tip to me when I was buying all my retro tops, he goes, try and find a dealer that's been on the platform for 5 or more years.
Yes, correct.
So I went and found someone that's been trading for 8 years, and I got all my shit. I did a second order. I went through him for something, and then I was looking for a top for someone else. That person was trading for just over a year and a half. Didn't get the top. Lucky the platform reimbursed me my money. Yeah, I shipped it. I shipped both the tops. Yeah. No, you didn't ship shit.
Those dudes, Doma.
I'll send you some local retro Angle Vale Soccer Club strips. Yeah, mate. Send them down. I'll rep it.
Angle Vale.
There we go. Angle Vale Soccer Club. What do the tops look like? Ooh, the Foxes.
Get a Mason Greenwood kit, he says.
The Foxes. Okay. Red kit. It's not a bad looking kit.
Where's your coaster? Where's your coaster from last week, mate? Did you have we had the Mason Greenwood. We hit it.
You've got it.
Oh, I do have it here somewhere.
Fuck, if I had it, it would already be here. 1989, Anglevale Soccer Club, the Foxes sauce. Not a bad looking logo. I like the logo.
Good looking logo.
I like the logo. Look at this. Not bad. This. The Foxes.
Oh, yeah? There you go.
Where is Anglevale, by the way? Can anyone tell me where it is? Oh, no, it's South Australia.
SA. Sunday Division 1.
Yeah, they've got some good footballers in South Australia. I don't think I'd be
Vinny's the vice president, so don't say a bad word about the Foxes. Only talk positively about them, Doma.
I beat Man United, so that's not hard. That's good, mate. I like it. Nice. Yeah, good mix. Europeans.
There you go, Doma. You have to go for a trial game. No,
if I can afford.
Yeah, the Foxes.
I'm struggling this year. Division 4.
The lack of preseason has gotten
Division 4 Saturday B grade. That's what I'll be playing in.
That's your league.
Or C grade. That's what I'll be doing. In a northwest suburb.
Yep.
Working class. That's what I like, mate.
Working class, mate.
Yep. Perfect for me. If I'm allowed to go studs up into my first challenge, you've got me. If not, forget about it. Magda wants to be the water boy. It's in South Australia.
I'll have to go down and get some more footage of Doma for you guys when he's actually playing good. I went to one of his worst games and filmed him.
It was the second game ever that I'd played since I come back.
I didn't go down last season. The one game I was going to go down and watch it got called off, or they changed the location of it.
Well, I was better last year. I'll be shit house this year, so don't even bother. Mate, honestly, I had a training session last night and I was doing some stuff because, like Saucy mentioned, been interrupted. I've been injured and some stuff happening. And, mate, I was turning like a truck. I just turned to my brother-in-law who I was training with and I go, mate, I feel like Ferrari 3 years ago in the F1 World Championships. That's what I said. A turning circle is like the size of the MCG.
Like per Mertesacker at the end of his career.
Legit. Probably worse than that. Yeah. Hello, Manny.
Manuel. Manny, I asked him, is it triple or nothing? And I don't think he's going to take the offer. I don't think he's going to take the offer. Yeah, nice. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're getting 2 kits, but we'll take it. It's a good win.
Dom would play like Ibra. I do with the shit talk. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, Doma goes in hard. He goes with a hip and shoulder. Let me tell you, I've seen him put on some good challenges.
Yeah, there's no
Sets of people
soft.
flying.
Where is Julio? Manny doesn't. Manny's in America. Magda. He doesn't even know who Julio is. I could tell you where Julio is. He's playing zombies on Call of Duty. That's where he is.
Get him in the chat.
Manny asked me
Magda
what a
needs some
scrubs.
new girls to look up.
Yeah, I should. I'll message him. I'll message him now, Magda. See if I can get him on. Doma has been to a tribunal hearing. Yeah, I have actually 2 years ago. I got off, but
He got off. The best part is he got off because they said in video evidence that it worked against them.
Yep, that's right.
And Doma got off.
They can go stick it. Where is he? Oh, at Julia. Where is he? Magda is asking for you.
All right. What's next, Doma? What are we moving on
a
to?
New IG account. Next is F1 sauce because the Australian Grand Prix is this Sunday at
Can't
Melbourne
believe
Park.
it.
Race
just
one.
like that. F1's back.
Race one. And
here we go.
Obviously the
new
big
teams. Danny Rick back on the grid.
No, Danny Rick's done, mate.
Oh, he's done. I
thought
he got a seat.
Mate. No. Liam Lawson got the Red Bull seat.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be Verstappen and we'll go through the main teams. Red Bull is Verstappen and Liam Lawson. Ferrari is Leclerc and Hamilton.
Yeah.
Mercedes is Kimi Antonelli and George Russell. Watch out for Kimi Antonelli. I'm just saying it right now. Even Liam Lawson. Watch out these two young blokes. Might get some good racing out of them. Piastri and Norris at McLaren, another great team. Williams, who are building. They're slowly building, but they've got Alex Albon and Carlos Sainz. That's also another decent team. And then Alpine, Pierre Gasly, of course, with the other Aussie, Jack Doohan, who's debuting this season. So Jack Doohan, the Aussie, who was an F2 world champion 2 years ago, he's driving for Alpine. And then that just leaves Haas that no one really gives a shit about. It also leaves the kick stake green car team, which is also rubbish. And I think I've covered everything else. Yeah.
That's it.
And
Magda.
Aston Martin.
There he is, Magda.
Aston Martin's got Alonso and Stroll. And as you know, Stroll does nothing but crash. So, yeah.
All right, Doma. Prediction
is 10 mil of rain on Sunday, so it's going to be pissing down rain.
Anyone could win.
So I'm going for a bit of a shock. I actually don't think Red Bull. I don't know if Red Bull will be too strong because they struggled a lot at the end of last year. After the break, the second half of the season, it was all McLaren and Ferrari. Hamilton's win the world championship anyway, but I think we get a surprise and we probably get Liam Lawson or Kimi Antonelli on the podium. One of those two young guys. But I think Jack Doohan, hopefully, if he can survive in the mid-pack there, he can hopefully finish in the top 10, the Aussie. But I think Piastri can win it. Win his home Grand Prix. I think if the McLarens are
going for Piastri,
Carlos Sainz won it last year, the first while in Australia, so it's a bit of a shock for winning.
I was going to say, I think
but in saying that,
it won't be Verstappen. I don't think he's going to win race one. I was going to pick Hamilton. I was like, what a better way would it be to introduce yourself to the Ferrari faithful than come out race one and get the win. I'm not too sure how they've gone. We'll have to see how they go in the testing and the the practice and the qualies and see what sort of pace they've got.
Is he a Richmond supporter? Wow.
There you go. He's in a bit of strife.
What did Julia say? No grid girls, I got boxing ring girls. I know exactly where he's going with this. Magda's waiting. Magda's waiting, mate.
He's waiting patiently.
He's been waiting patiently for a month and a half, Julio. So you better. Yeah, his tissue box is not going to be thankful to him after this one.
Oh shit!
McLaren about half a second quicker than the pack on true pace. I reckon Leclerc could sneak a win. COD's been too important. Yeah, I know. Don't worry, I'm back on it too. So I've been playing with Julio whenever I get a chance. That's it for F1. That's our predictions. I'm so happy that it's back and keen to get it up and running. And it's going to be an interesting season. I think it's going to be very close. If anything, like the end of last year, we had so many. We had 3 guys fighting for the World Championship. We had 4 teams fighting for the 4 teams fighting for the Constructors Championship. So
it should be a good season. We're hoping it. I don't think it will be a dominant season. I mean, Verstappen didn't dominate the second half of the season, but dominated the first half of the season. I think it could be a bit more even. And
I can't wait to see Magda's reaction after he types this in on Google.
Oh, there you go.
You got to type in Julio's, please. I just want to see your reaction in the comments. He's going to be G'ing up. All right, off to you, Source, for UFC.
UFC over the weekend, 3-1-3. I'll bring up the graphic. Here he is. Poatan Chama. He lost. Ankalaev gets the win. Did enough in the end, in my eyes. Did more than enough. Probably deserved to get the win. Funny enough, feel like he might have struck
he did.
Pereira.
I saw the stats. He actually dominated.
And what he did, he was able to get that lead, and then he was able to then use his. One thing I will say is Pereira's takedown defense is very good. He wasn't getting taken down, but he did get sort of held against the fence, and they sort of, what he did, he sort of tired Pereira down, so it took away his knockout power, and in the end, he got the win over the 5-round decision. I feel like there'll be a rematch there. Pereira didn't fight his normal fight, but also maybe that had a lot to do with Ankalaev because, usually Pereira hits guys and guys feel a bit stunned, but Ankalaev just kept coming forward. He sort of fought the fight that Sean Strickland sort of fought to Izzy when he beat Izzy and took the belt off him. He sort of just kept coming forward, and that's what he did as Ankalaev. So Pereira not good enough. Chama back to the drawing board. Needs to change it up a bit. Maybe not do too much different, but for a guy like Ankalaev, you probably need to be a bit more on the front foot. It was maybe a bit more bit too reactive, but credit to Ankalaev, deserved the win. And if he didn't get the decision, I was thinking we're going to have to start calling it WWE, Dom, because it might just be completely fixed. Because honestly, it was clear as day. But you know what? I've seen weirder things in UFC, so I thought at the end there, I thought there was a chance that Pereira might somehow steal it. I don't know. And I was just thinking Dana White's rigged it, but clearly not. Clearly not. Justin Gaethje gets the win over Rafael Viziev, 3rd-round decision. Ignacio Bamamares, who I've talked about, wins over Jalen Turner, round 1 submission. Amanda Lemos defeats Isman Lucindo with a 3rd-round decision. And then, I'm not sure if you've seen this, Doma, but I'm pointing this out. This is King Green against Maurizio Ruffi. And Ruffi, let me tell you, knocks him out in the 1st round with a spinning kick to the head. Spinning heel kick to the head, knocks him out. Crazy. Just crazy knockout. If you haven't seen it, go find it and give it a watch. Crazy knockout. I won't go through the prelim or the early prelims, Doma. What I will do is hopefully go back.
Mate, if it was up to me, Adam, I'd have Piastri, Doohan, and Lawson, the 2 Aussies, and the and Antonelli. I think and Antonelli, he's the Italian mate. That's one.
This week, Doma, UFC Fight Night, Vittori versus Dolids, the number 8 and the number 12 rank in the middleweight division, and then a few more fights on there. Go check it out, ladies and gentlemen. It kicks off this weekend from 10 a.m. the main card, and the prelims from 7 a.m. So that one will be a UFC fight night. So it will be on regular television, no pay-per-view.
What the hell? Are we still on the screen?
No, we are. It just went to the wrong setting. But yeah, that was UFC, and
into hobby talk, mate. Manny says he feels like you have to do more to get the belt off the champion. It was too close.
I feel like he did enough.
Fair enough. All right, in hobby talk, what do we got, Sauce? We got two things, and then you're going to rip some stuff.
Yeah,
we
don't have to
bring up one of them, but we'll get Tyson up, as you know. He's always doing wonderful things.
Look, don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. We can always bring up another scam on whatnot, another scam here, another scam there. You want to see dubious activity? Go Dan the Card Man. Rattle Pokemon is very good as well. He's gives shit to a lot of people, and funny enough, he's being tried to get sued by some people, and he's taken the piss out of him because they don't actually have a means to stand on for his lawsuit. But check them out. Obviously, if you want any scam update in the
Fair enough. This Friday, March 14th, early access for Australians if you want Austin Reeves.
There you go. I'll be trying to get one, Doma. You know that.
Of course. That makes
Lakers
sense.
Player. I'm keen that he's done a Lakers player. So why not? I don't have an Austin Reeves auto. You know, I tried to get as many Tyson Beck orders as I can. We'll see how we go. And
there's the two great men.
Because obviously that means he's flown out to America, so he's got something in the works, Tyson. There's more releases.
Was that All-Star Weekend?
There you go.
Tyson Beck documentary incoming.
There you go.
Are you taking the piss? I don't know if you're being serious.
No. There is. Dom, I'm not sure. I got reached out to by a lady, I forgot her name, who does works in Adelaide in South Australia, doing like short films on people. And Tyson Beck was obviously being SA resident as being chosen by her production company to do like a short film documentary. And she reached out to us to me to sort of have a chat and interview, but I'm yet to get on a call with her, so I don't know what's going on. I've left the ball in her court. Maybe she's found someone better than me. I don't know.
Better than double coverage, man. We've interviewed him the most in the space.
Yeah, definitely. But nonetheless, there is supposed to be a short film documentary coming out about Tyson and his story. So, look out for that, ladies and gentlemen. And then when it does come out, we'll obviously give it a plug here on the show.
How good is that?
And check out his release this Friday, I think. Did it say the release? Did you give the details for people, Doma?
Yeah, 14th at 9:30 a.m. Australia.
Yeah, not 9:30 a.m. And then, Doma, you know, if you're in the Collectors Club, Doma, you've got the opportunity to get it at 8:30. So, but you got to be in the Collectors Club.
She found Juanito and he's doing the interview. Imagine a short film on Doma, what television that would be. The title would be Doma Comes to America, Doesn't Tell His Friend.
Oh, I love that, Matty. Hey, Matty, you should be filthy. I can't believe he didn't tell you. I would have just thought it would be one of the first things to say, hey, Matty, I'm coming. I'm going to be in New York for a week, you know. Come to New York. I'll try to convince you. You would have done it too. That's the thing.
You would not have.
The Dallas Cowboys. You went to the Dallas game without him.
The Dallas Cowboys. Those shit. They suck.
Why would you do that?
Anyway, feel free. Tyson listens to all these episodes, so if he needs that person, please, if they want to reach out, we're happy to make any comment. Of course, I'm a great man. Anything that they need. We can also tell them all the bad things about you to add in there, which would be pretty good as well. So. Which is probably nothing. This is why I like Sauce and not Doma. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, well.
He's giving it to you.
That's fair enough. I've got no comment.
Anyway. All right, Doma. Second thing on Hobby Talk. I'm not sure if you seen over the weekend, there was the Melbourne Comic and Toy Fair, which I think we shouted it out on the show a while back. We forgot to give it a plug last week to obviously let people know that it was on the weekend, which was our bad. We sometimes it slips our mind, but Doma, over 4 basketball courts, because it was at the Darebin Community Stadium in Thomastown.
Yeah.
And they literally goes across 4 basketball courts. They had 4,000. They sold 4,600 tickets or something like that, or 4,600 people through the door, which is just awesome. Amazing. That's amazing stuff. So good to see. And they're bigger and better things. They are doing another one, but doing it out regional, and they're going to Bendigo. So feel free if you want to go the drive for a day trip or something to Bendigo. They're doing one later in the year. You follow their Facebook page. It's Melbourne Comic and Toy Fair. And yeah, keep up to date with their latest things. But obviously, Dom, there had to be a lemon at the show. There had to be a lemon, unfortunately. And here it is. They've deleted this post now, but you know me, I'm always quick to screenshot it. I've sent it to our little card group we've got there with the Oracle and a few people.
Because the Oracle was there. So.
Right, because the Oracle was there. He was there set up. And if you ever see anyone set up at a show that's double coverage and us two pretty faces aren't there, it's Doma's cousin, who's also known as the Oracle, all right? So just address him, say, hi, are you the Oracle? And he'll know exactly what you're talking about. So he was there, and I sent him this, and unfortunately, this lady by the name of Carolina, maybe she's known to them, or who knows, or they've worked out who she is. They've put her on public blast on their Facebook page, which has like 8,000 followers, Doma, this Facebook page. So it's got a bit of a following for the show, and has blasted her for obviously stealing. They've gotten cops involved. They've deleted this post now. I did take a screenshot, but they deleted this post now. It's unfortunate, Dom. It's so unfortunate that this sort of thing goes on. We do know the Oracle himself has had something stolen at one of these shows, the same show. It is good to see that the community is fighting back, and they are they've figured out who it is, and they're getting police involved and the like. It's a low act to go there, because you got to understand, right? Not only is there small businesses that are operating there that are selling their products, selling their stuff, there's also hobbyists like me and you, Dom, who don't have this as a business. We just buy and sell a few cards on the side, and I think anything under the range of about 15,000 in Australia is considered as a hobby. So if you don't spend more than 15,000 on it, it's considered a hobby, and you actually don't have to put your things, or 13,000, you don't have to declare to the tax man that you're making a profit on this stuff. So it would be unfortunate for a hobbyist who's sees this as a bit of a side fun thing to do, like yourself and I, that have stuff stolen from their collection, stuff that they were either looking to sell to then fund other things in their collection, who knows, whatever they wanted to do. But it's just disappointing to see. And for that, Carolina, you are a lemon. This lady by the name of Carolina, lemon. Don't go to shows trying to steal. You're an absolute peanut. And that is the scum of the scum of the scum of the earth, stealing from others and hobbyists and small businesses at these type of shows. And well done for the fair to figuring out who it is, and hopefully things are returned to their appropriate owners, and hopefully she is banned or something happens, because if she gets a little slap on the wrist, who knows? It probably will keep happening. So there you go, Doma. That was the Melbourne.
Vinny's got a question for you. We can answer this because we're at the last one before this. He said, "What's the deodorant like at a toy fair versus a card show?"
I don't know.
But
Much of
the toy fair was horrific last time we were there.
The key is, Vinny, the key is to make sure you flood yourself. So wherever you walk, all you just do this, mate. And then you're like, yeah, sweet, you're sweet. You're sweet. You know, you're like, you just put you're all good. Don't worry about the other people. The other people are going to be a little bit stinky.
So this was probably 2 years ago, Matt, and this is before everyone was really taking the steps to have their own shelving. Some people had shelving units, but like most people now at these shows have a shelving unit.
A little shelving unit
So
behind, and they'll put their boxes. Because it was a Pokemon box he got stolen, I believe.
So his dad was helping someone sort out something, and Manny, you're an idiot. His dad was helping somebody, and then he was dealing with someone, and he turned around to get a box off, to get something, not a box, but they just took the box right there, and then didn't realize, because like you're dealing with the customer, and then 5 minutes after he dealt with the customer, he's like, oh, fuck, someone stole the box. It was only 5 minutes, but in that 5 minutes, they can walk straight out the door, they're gone.
Yeah.
That's it. So that's how that happened. And then ever since then, he's got the shelving. So he just has all these singles at the front, like his little bins, and then he has all his product on a shelf now.
And obviously
so
any expensive cards behind a
case.
In the
case.
Which Doma, what did I say at that show when we went to the last hobby hangout, and we had that guy that had a $15,000, nearly a $20,000 card sitting there on a white, one of those white fold out tables, no case, just sitting on the table, just nuts behavior, if you ask me.
Pokemon and thieves aren't a great mixture over there in Australia. You guys have sticky bandits.
Yeah, I know, Manny. It's a bit going on, but we'll see. Hopefully, the Victorian police have sorted it out, and they've already made 1 or 2 arrests, and hopefully they can track back and stop the people that are breaking into the stores. But at shows, it goes on, and we really like to bring it to attention, because if you do go to these shows, don't think that everyone is such a nice person as yourself, and is so honest as yourself. If you're an honest person, that when you go into these things, just understand that there are, lemons there that will do these type of acts, and you need to make sure that you're thinking about it, not overly thinking about it, but have it in the back of your mind, and be a little bit wary and a little bit attentive, especially when you're at these things. You
just got to be vigilant with your setup. Just be smart when you're putting certain cards on display.
Yeah.
Boxes on display, especially Pokemon. At the moment, like if you've got a banger ETB and you're putting it out there to sell it, the last thing you want is like that to be sitting right at the front, and you're distracted and it gets stolen. So,
100%.
Manny says he's going to get. Magda says he's going to get a task force together for the shows. You've lost your marbles. Troll Australia. South Australia has been broken into here a few times recently. Yeah, it's been Melbourne and South Australia. A lot of these break-ins.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah,
I mean, they all have insurance, but it's just a pain in the ass.
Kai said, just add sauce to the cold pies.
Well, my sauce is in the fridge, so it will be even colder.
He means you.
I get it.
Yeah.
All right, Donna.
Let's go. Let's rip something. What do you got for us?
Let's rip something. Bring it up. Hang on. Got to change
I'll bring it up.
You've got it. You're on the ball here.
I'm on the ball.
All right, ladies and gents.
Gimko.
Oh, I've lost Donna. How do
I? Manny will be happy about that.
There we go. Gimko. The lads at Gimko Hobby Shop. Gimko gimko.com.au. Check them out. Singles, breaks, boxes. Make sure you check them out. 4/25 Gwen Road, Cranbourne West. Gwen spelled Gwen. All right. What are we ripping today, Doma? We are ripping Donruss Soccer from the 2022 Qatar Rigged World Cup. So here we are. Let's see what we can get. Hang on. Where's the little product list on the side? Laser purples. On average, non-base cards, approximately 2 in every pack. We can hit number 1 of 1s in here. Can hit number to 99s in here.
You hit the Gianni Infantino refractor, Messi, in there.
Pitch Kings. That's what you want. We want a Pitch Kings. All right, let's do it.
No bench warmer cards, Manny says.
We still yet to grab a box of bench warmer. Hey. All right, let's do it, Donna. Let's do it. How many packs we got? Jeez, a few packs in this bad boy.
Well, of course, we're looking for Encara Messi.
Look at that. Well, we get a Messi because he won the World Cup. Must be worth $1 million.
It'll be a coaster over in this.
Isn't that how it works? There he is. Marcus Rashford, Lukaku. Anyway, let's go here. Beautiful game. You are fucking kidding me. You are fucking kidding me. We've hit an auto, Doma. We've hit an auto.
Who is that? Is that Rivaldo?
It says Frankia.
Oh, okay.
If only it was Ronaldo. Frankia from Brazil. The beautiful game. Nice. We've hit an auto. First back, Doma.
Nice.
We'll take it.
It's not a Ronaldo, but it's worth it. Still worth
it's worth a Sui. 100% it's worth a Sui. The beautiful game.
That played. Did it play?
Yeah, it played. Take it down. I want to see the card again.
There we go.
A beautiful game, Doma.
Take that.
Have a look at that. I can't believe it. Well, is there any point of opening the rest of the packs?
Oh, we might get a Messi. Could be a god. It could be a god box. It could be.
Kai Havertz. The optical.
We're prepared for everyone here, Source, mate. Don't worry. We've got all the players.
There is Bastoni and the Pitch Kings.
Nice.
It's a nice card, the Pitch Kings. I'll tell you that. It's
a
nice card. All right. Oh, I'm excited.
What a start. Actually,
what a start.
Do god boxes.
What a start. Well, that's our hit, Thomas. So we know we're not going to hit anything now. It's all just filler.
My 6-year-old came up to me and asked Messi or Ronaldo. My 11th-month-old doesn't even know who Messi is.
Jose Jimenez, and there's no point going into it. That was a rookie, press-proof rookie. All right, let's keep scrolling through. What do we got? We got Roberto Firmino in the optical hollow, and then we got Calvin Stengs in the rookies. So you get one of those optic hollows, or actually, that's not. I don't think that's. Is that a hollow, or is that just like a base one? I don't know. It's the optic. They've used that as like the. There's the hollow there. There you go. Oh, that's a good one.
What's the matter with you, Manny?
Insignia in the hollow. That one's hollow. Those other ones aren't hollow. So they've got the hollows in there and the non-hollows.
Little kids.
Rookie Kings, Gerardo Arteaga. All right. Let's get through it, Thomas. Let's get through it. I'm not showing you guys the base. You know that. There you go, Manny. Federico Chiesa in the Italian kit. And then an Elite Series Insigne in the Italian kit as well. They weren't even at the World Cup, were they?
Italy? No.
Yeah. Why are they even in the set? Mate, all we're getting is Italian players there.
That's good. Oh, that's a nice card.
It's the orange laser. Is it numbered? No, not numbered.
It's
Then
called
we've got
Great
the
Parenting.
Power Box, Kimpembe.
Yeah.
Power Box. That's from the old set, the Power in the Paint. And there you go. That one's for you. Manchester United great. Weghorst. What a flop he was.
We got rid of Ronaldo and we replaced him with that guy. He kicked one goal.
That's why I say.
Oh my god.
There's a few rookies in here. All right, here we go. We got Kovacic. This is a good one. We'll take that. Ibrahimovic.
Oh, that's nice.
Zlatan, the Pitch Kings. Nice. Very nice. I believe you can get Zlatan autos. I think he's signing in products now.
Oh, nice. That's good.
I think. Can anyone confirm that in the comments?
Who's that?
Get rid of that. The Pitch Kings, Brian Reynolds from the USA. Is this guy any good, Manny? He's a rookie. There's a rookie, Brian Reynolds.
Plays for Team USA, mate. He's no good.
And Tyler Adams from USA.
Tyler Adams is all right.
That's not the holo though. All right, 3 more packs. I still can't believe I've hit a. I've got sleeves around here somewhere. Ugh. What do we got here? Oh, there we go. LeBron James of soccer. Christian Pulisic. Morton Thorsby in the holo. Ryan Gravenbach. Gravy Train. Mr. Gravy himself.
Yeah, Gravy. He's a good player.
And then the rookies, Team USA, George Bello. Sounds Italian.
George Bello. I'd say something you can't get a gig in there.
The rookies, Karol Swinwerski from, I think that's Poland. The rookies.
Yeah.
And then the Pitch Kings, we got Denzel Dumfries in the rookie Pitch Kings. Rookie Kings. Last pack mojo, where we're going to hit absolutely, I shouldn't say absolutely nothing, because we've hit a Nicolo Zaniolo red laser. Well, I think that's what it's called, the variant.
That's a nice looking card, actually.
Yeah, too bad. Can you see the print line straight through it there?
Oh.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
In the middle near his arm?
Yeah.
Yeah, shocking. Absolutely shocking. And then the last card, Elite Series, Edison Cavani.
Oh, nice.
But, Doma, it's all about this bad boy. Now, let me see if I can do a bit of a... There we go. Try and get a bit of light on it.
It's nice.
See the glow? There you go, mate. How we looking at that? How you looking at that, son? Beautiful game. Honestly, if it was a Ronaldo Nazario, I would have lost my shit, bro. I don't even know if you can hit Ronaldo Nazario in that.
It looked like Rivaldo from a distance.
I don't know who's Franca. Should we look him up and see how many goals he scored for Brazil?
Can. Manny's just giving it to me. That's okay.
Let's look him up. Franca, footballer. Wikipedia. Here we go. International Franca collected. Guess how many games he played for Brazil? Played a total of 8 caps.
Manny's just lost it. Manny's pushing his luck.
Played a total of 8 caps, but we'll take it. Beautiful game. There it is. You never know. We might give that away to someone at the hobby hangout. XL.
100%. What's Manny got to say? Is he wearing a 9 top.
He's wearing it on.
10.
I know. Funny, isn't it? Don't know what
Did
they've
he?
done there, but yeah, it's a 10 signature. And they've got a 9 jersey on. It is. It's 10. Imagine that's not actually his order and they've put the wrong guy. They've done that before.
That's why I'm trying to check in case someone has.
Needs a bit of a clean down the card. I can't believe we've pulled an auto. That's amazing.
Manny says,
Shout
go
out.
get your
Obviously,
Pamela PC.
shout out to the lads at Gimco. Once again, gimco.com.au. Thank you very much. That was awesome.
Source, go get your Pamela PC.
Go get your Pamela PC. The boys want to see it.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Pamela PC? I don't have a Pamela PC.
Just stick to bagging me, Manny. That's all you've got, to be honest. So,
You can actually, there are boxes out there that have autos in there.
Yeah. Swimsuit edition. That's why you bought those packs, mate.
Yeah, well, where did I get them from? MSF cards. MSF cards. So if you go to MSF cards, wherever that is, I'm sorry, I've forgotten what area it's in. Mulgrave. There you go. Make sure you ask him because it's not on display, right? It's behind. It's in a locker. It's behind the counter or whatever. So it's not out on display. But if you ask him about it, he'll pull them out and you can buy a few packs. So Magda, there you go. Go down to MSF Pro in Mulgrave.
On that note, Source, keep living, loving, and breathing sport. I'm Dom with the great man Source. It's double coverage. Peace. And Manny, always remember, he who laughs last, laughs loudest.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Also, follow us on socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Talking all sports, double coverage.